Okay, Jamaica, we need to talk. We need to talk about the earthquake and tsunami that is coming. And quite a lot of people have been warning. Prophets and non-prophets and a lot of people have been warning Jamaica. And it's a joke to a bunch of you. Why God speaking to that particular person and not me? Why you keep getting dreams? It's a joke. And you all think it's misinformation or disinformation, but there is too much that is allowed to happen in Jamaica. Too much. Too much is allowed to happen in Jamaica on you people's watch. You all sit and you're comfortable and you say nothing. Everybody got an excuse why these children go missing and they don't say anything. Everybody got an excuse. Too much is allowed to happen while the powers are opening the gates of Sodom and Gomorrah on Jamaica. And the church remains quiet. Because all they can say, oh, it's the end times, these things need to happen. No one says nothing. They allow these powers to continue to violate, to continue to disrespect the laws of the Most High. And the church says nothing. Right? No, if you don't believe these prophets, if you don't believe these people coming out with the dreams and warning you, let us get into what this professor is saying. No, this evidence is coming from the JamaicaGleaner.com, date August 17, 2024. Let us get into this. Geologist sounds alarm at 5.3 earthquake moves onto Wag water fault. Fears stress may be building up on fault system. Let's get into some more. The 5.3 magnitude earthquake that jolted Jamaica early yesterday morning has raised the antenna of one of the country's foremost geologists, Professor Simon Mitchell, who says the latest tremor moved into the Wag water fault. The Wag water fault is 1.5 to 2.5 kilometers wide. Together with four other faults, control the tectonics of the Blue Mountain blocks. I am not particularly happy about that because that's a big structure in Jamaica and it probably hasn't moved for maybe hundreds of thousands of years, Mitchell told the Gleaner. Now, this is of concern because what it is showing movement of an area that probably haven't moved for thousands of years. So Jamaica, you're in problem. So if you don't want to believe the dreams and you don't want to believe the prophets that come around, believe the science and understand that you'll be getting a massive earthquake because too much is allowed to happen in Jamaica on your watch. Jamaica is a small country. Why is it so much children go missing? Why is it there's so much bloodshed? And some of these areas that the earthquake will affect, it's only going to show you that those are the areas that a lot of wickedness in high places that was going on there. Right? Some of these areas that will sink under the sea, those are the areas that they had their temples and they were doing all sort of wickedness and cruelty. And again, the church and the people, they sit and they keep quiet. Right? Because all the church is waiting for is when the Most High will come for them. That's it. Do the bare minimum and wait for God to come. While the children go missing, family life is destroyed, right? They're pushing abortion rights, and they're opening the gates of Sodom and Gomorrah and Jamaica. And no one says nothing. But guess what? The Most High is going to make his move. And a lot of you so-called people who are believers in the Most High, a lot of you won't like what's going to happen. And a lot of you won't like how you and your families will fare off. Because if you think by doing the bare minimum, sitting and fasting and praying and just waiting for God is enough, it's not. Too much is allowed to happen, and too much of you sit quietly and say nothing. And there is a price to pay when you allow the gates of Sodom and Gomorrah to open on Jamaica. If you don't believe the prophets, if you don't believe the dreams, believe the science. Go look up this article from the Jamaica Gleaner and read it for yourself and realize that we're going to get a 9 sooner than you think. We need to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.